to Hankster's Hot Rods Muscle Car Showroom, Collector Car Showroom. We are located in Daytona Beach, Florida. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please visit our website, hanksters.com. This is where you can find all of our most current inventory in both of our showrooms. We leave all of our YouTube videos up at all times, so you won't know if you're watching a current piece of inventory or not until you actually visit our website. With everything going on in the world today, one thing that is very strong is the collector car market, muscle car market. Many people are putting their money into collector cars that are holding their value. The hobby, the collection is very, very strong right now, and we're very fortunate for that. But when you're in the muscle car business or in the hobby car business, collector car industry, it's harder and harder to find older cars that are all intact, that are unmolested, that are all there. This car is one of those cars. We're going to show you a little bit about this vehicle today. We always get asked, hey, do you have any documentation on the car? Well, this car has documentation, and we're going to show you that today. Silver in color is this 1975 Pontiac Trans Am. All numbers matching, 14,000 original miles. There are some imperfections in the car because this car, again, is unmolested. So it's never been painted, it's never been hit. It's 100% as it left the factory in 1975. You can see here some imperfections in the hood, in the clear coat. A couple blisters there under the Trans Am logo in the hood. Again, there's a couple blisters here at the top of the driver's side fender. We're leaving this all alone because this is a, original car with the exception of the tires and the battery and things of that nature. All original sheet metal, all original paint. All the window glass in the car is original all the way around, and it is in excellent condition. You can see here on the mirror there's also some, I don't know if it took rocks heading down the road, or it's just the paint flaking off from the age of the vehicle, or somebody pulled it into the side of the garage, but there's imperfections there. Now looking into the interior, again, all original, but the interior is in really great shape. If you take a look at the dashboard, you can tell how immaculate this car is and how well cared for this car was. The vinyl on the seats, the carpeting in the floor mats, everything in the car is absolutely pristine for its age and originality. Even looking up at the headliner in the car, it's really great shape too. Seat belts in the front, seat belts in the back. Door trim panels are in excellent condition. Again, rear window glass is in excellent shape. Taking a look in the trunk, you have your full-size factory spare. Pulling up the trunk mat, the trunk's in nice shape. You can only pull it up so far with the spare being in there. Light even works in the deck lid there. Do have some signs of age there on the deck lid as well. Looking down both driver and passenger side of the car, the door fitment is pretty good. Do have maybe a little bit of a gap there on the front fender. But again, this car is basically just like it left the factory in 1975. Passenger side condition is the same as the driver's side. The captain's chair up front is in excellent condition. Same thing with the passenger side door panel, the carpeting, the floor mats, the dash. The interior of this car is really immaculate. This car was really well cared for. You have your Trans Am logo on the passenger side fender. It's also located on the driver's side fender. Looking under the hood, all original car. Power steering, power brakes. No AC. Numbers matching 400. We will show you that later on in the presentation as well. We're still looking at our 1975 Pontiac Trans Am. Again, an all original car. This car does have documentation. Many cars we get, we buy from private collectors, estate sales, private collections. We don't get a whole lot of documentation. This car is one of the ones that we do have documentation on. We're going to show that to you right now. I'm not going to bore you with every last piece of documentation we have on the car, but some of the more important or significant items that you'll also see some still pictures of. Original owner's manual from 1975. Pontiac maintenance schedule. The jacking instructions that would have fell off of probably the rear deck lid. The original window sticker, $5,150.60. The original invoice, the car was purchased Howard Wilson Pontiac in Youngstown, Ohio. The original bill of sale shows all the options broken down there. This is the blue binder you'll get with the car. This is kind of cool. The first owner even actually kept track of, look at this, April 2nd, 1975, wash and wax job number 1. April 22nd, 1975, wash and wax job number 2. Then on the opposite side is all the oil changes. 388 miles, 1,142 miles, 2,160 miles. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. If you buy the car, you can take a look at it for yourself. But again, it's just proof that this was a very well maintained, very meticulously cared for car, and it shows it in our presentation. This car is 40 plus years old and is still all intact and has its originality, everything from the wheels to the paint to the interior to the motor, transmission, and so on. So when you're buying this car, not only are you getting a good looking car, but you're also getting a piece of history that's still all intact and unmolested. Underneath our 1975 Pontiac Trans Am, 14,000 original miles, numbers matching. We just got done taking some still photos for you guys of the partial VIN on the block of the motor. That would be located on the passenger side front, along with the 400 block that's stamped into the driver's side front of the motor, the date code that's on the transmission, all authenticating that this car is in fact all original from 1975. We have disc brakes in the front, and later on you will see drums in the rear. You can see the oil pan at this time is nice and dry up there. Large oil pan, there's no leaks. I say no leaks at this time because if you've never owned a classic car before or a muscle car before, you can expect there to be some seepage or some oil leaks, some tranny leaks, some power steering leaks from time to time. It's not out of the realm of normalcy. There is maintenance, yearly maintenance, that will be required with these cars when you own them. As we get older and age ourselves as human beings, we need a little more TLC. It's the same thing with these older cars. Looking at the frame rails on the car, they are in excellent condition. Same thing with the floor pans. Nice Survivor. Exhaust in good condition. Rear frame rails, rear floor pans, all in good shape. Mufflers in good condition. Posi traction on the rear end. You'll be able to see all the specs on the car on our website. Gas tank, all intact up there, no dents, no dings. Looks to be original. Dual exhaust coming out the rear. Drop downs on the rear quarters, all original. Very nice Survivor car. Don't just take my word for it. We'd love to have you down to Daytona Beach. It's a popular tourist destination. There's a lot to see, a lot to do here in Daytona Beach. We have anywhere from 45 to 65 cars in our showroom at any given time, all of which we own. We are not a consignment dealership. We own all of our vehicles. We have a nice gift shop, so you can take home some memorabilia, whether it be a shot glass, a hoodie, a polo like the one I'm wearing, t-shirts. We got some cool neon signs, some cool garage signs, and we are going to start selling our merchandise on our website here in the very near future. But we offer financing on these vehicles as well, up to 10 years on a Tier 1 credit approval, which is generally 750 credit score or better. No prepayment penalty from the collector car lenders, so if you take it out for 10 years and pay it off in 3, you aren't going to get dinged any kind of prepayment penalty. This car runs as well as it looks. I've already driven it. We're going to take it out on the road right now and we're going to show you guys that firsthand. Inside our Trans Am we have a horn. RPM is working. The clock is not working. Wipers. Low. High. And they park back where they should. Fuel gauge is working. Battery's charging. 14,615 miles is actual mileage on the title. Well, it's less miles on the title, but it's an actual mileage car. Temp gauge is functioning. Oil pressure gauge is functioning. Look at the condition of the dash. It's perfect. I mean, look, there's no cracks. Everything's there. Even around the shifter, all nice and clean. No cracking. The radio doesn't work. So we got the two classic problems with old cars. No radio and no clock. We do have turn signals. Driver's side and passenger side. Let's see how it runs. This car runs like a car with less than 15,000 miles on it. What a awesome car to own. Not only is it a piece of history, a great part to add to your collection, but you can probably drive this thing almost anywhere. There are absolutely zero vibrations, zero noises, squeals, plenty of pickup. Look at the response in the steering wheel. Nice and tight. Response is immediate. Brakes, just like a brand new car. Really, really, really nice car. This is when to buy them. When 75 different people haven't had their hands in it already. When it's all intact, you know exactly what you're getting. You know, none of the wiring's been messed with. The motor hasn't been out of the car. The transmission hasn't been out of the car. You know, everything is just like it should be. This is really a nice car to own. We don't get these very often where they're all original, all intact like this. But when we do, they are a great part to add to your collection. And, you know, the late 60s, early 70s stuff, this is creeping into the mid 70s. This is, you know, what's going to be coming up in popularity. Miles per hour, no problem, and it had plenty left to go. I don't want to get too crazy here. We are in a 45 mile per hour zone, but the car shifts absolutely fantastic. At 70 miles an hour, you can hold the steering wheel. There's no tire vibration, no drivetrain vibration. Perfect. Great running car. If I wasn't going around a turn here, I'd let go of the steering wheel and show you. Unfortunately, we don't have a straightaway coming here, but car tracks phenomenal. How can you get this car? It's very easy. You can reach us in Daytona Beach at 386-944-9219. It's our contact phone. On our website, hanksters.com, you have a make offer tab, you have a text tab, you have an inquiry tab where you can inquire by email. There's a number of different ways to contact us. We're very successful at this because our process is not only very simple but very turnkey. We have financing, we have all the cars which we own, we have shipping set up, we have warranty set up, we have these videos that we do for you, we have 80 to 90 still photos that Devin takes for you. You know, another cool thing is when you buy a car from us and you get the car, on the keychain you'll have a USB jump drive. Not only will you have all the photos you see in our showroom of the vehicle, You'll have this video that we're doing for you right now, and you'll also have our pre-delivery inspection, which usually includes about 45 minutes to an hour worth of video of us, you know, checking tire pressure in your car, checking the lug nut torque, checking all the fluids, and making sure it's good to go, so that when you get it, it's turnkey. You just hop in and drive it, enjoy it at the car shows or on the weekends, or for it to sit in your 80-90 car collection, which I've sold. I got plenty of customers that have bought multiple cars from us that have large collections that it's a pleasure to do business with and make friends all around the country. So check us out, hanksters.com.